IELTS Listening Section 3 is a conversation in an academic context. The conversation may display similar features of a speech to those in Section 1, depending on the relationship between the speakers, but the lexis and structures are likely to reflect those more often heard in an academic context. The range of vocabulary is likely to be wider than that of Section 1 conversations, and there is likely to be more negotiations of meaning. It is common in Section 3 to have more than two people involved in the conversation or debate. So, distinguishing between different speakers plays an important role in understanding and following the conversation. While it is easy to distinguish between male and female speakers, it is not that straightforward when the speakers are from the same gender. For example, there may be two female speakers and one male, so the gender alone cannot help. Other characteristics of human voice can help you doing this. The most important characteristics which could help us are tone, which is the type of sound that someone makes with their voice in a particular situation. Pace, which is talking speed. Pitch, which depends on the loudness of the voice. And accent. I said earlier, it is likely to have more negotiation of meaning in Section 3 of IELTS Listening. Having a discussion or negotiation of meaning means the conversation doesn't have one direction anymore. Negotiation of meaning is a process that the speakers go through to reach a clear understanding of each other. For example, asking for clarification, rephrasing, and confirming what you think you have understood are all strategies for the negotiation of meaning. In all the other three parts of IELTS listening, the dialogue or monologue has one direction and one purpose only, and all the different people involved are talking along the same line. However, in Section 3, participants in the conversation or discussion have different and sometimes confronting opinions. They might agree or disagree with each other, complete each other's words, or contract others' arguments. So, it is essential to be aware of these sudden possible changes of direction and interruptions in the conversation. This is a positive thing if you use it wisely, though. You can use these directional changes in your favor, as they can be used as extra signposts along with the keywords and help you to navigate easier between questions in Section 3. To follow what people are saying, you need to identify the main ideas and separate these in your mind from the supporting detail. Understanding the main idea helps us to follow the speaker's argument. As listeners, we have to learn not only to interpret the words people use, but also their words' stress and intonation patterns. In linguistics, intonation is a variation of a spoken pitch that is not used to distinguish words. Instead, it is used for a range of functions such as indicating the attitudes and emotions of the speaker, signaling the difference between statements and questions, and between different types of questions, focusing attention on important elements of the spoken message, and also helping to regulate conversational interactions. By changing their intonations, speakers show their satisfaction, surprise, concern, agreement, or annoyance. So, if the speakers show signs of surprise through their intonation, you can expect that the direction of the talk will change. If the intonation implies unsatisfaction, you would expect agreement and continuity of the conversation in the same direction. By combining the signposts in the keywords from the questions with the directions intonations gives us, you can easily follow the argument in Section 3 and understand the underlying meaning behind the speech. During the practice of different question types in this section, always remember to practice these general rules of intonation and keywords and use them in your favor to find the answers. In this section, I will introduce two question types to you: classification and matchings. They look very similar to each other, but they have certain differences which makes the strategies suitable for each question type different.